Back in 2003, I remember having the cassette of this film called Andaz, and honestly, I absolutely love the songs and I love the film even now. But many years later, one of my favorite filmmakers, who I've also grown up watching, Suneel Darshan, is back with the sequel of Andaz, Andaz 2, which is releasing in August. And I'm so delighted to be hosting the first UK interaction for Andaz 2 with the lead actors themselves, Ayush, Kumar, Natasha Fernandes, and Akaisha. So thank you so much for joining me on filmishilmy.com. It's so lovely to have you, all three of you, on the platform. It's really, really special. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
us here.
thanks for
Thank
having us.
you.
Thanks for having us.
All
Yeah.
Natasha, I'm gonna start with you. Your association with Sunil Sir kind of goes way back. I think since what 2017 when Ek Hasina Thi Ek Deewana Tha had released. I had told you when you joined, I loved Hue Bechen and I love so many of
So
the
many
others.
answers. Let's
Yeah,
say.
Aankhon Mein Aansu Leke. Oh my God, what a
Yeah, that's one of the hits as well. Yeah.
it's such a beautiful album, and I honestly, it was really, really lovely to kind of see you back on the big screen with this. I think for you,
Mhm.
let's begin with you. This association with Sunil Darshan, sir, and you're back with Andaz too. Tell us a bit about your character and this association with him as well.
Okay, so I'll just give you a quick brief about my character. I'm playing the character Priyanka, and she's a dreamer yet an achiever. You could summarize her character as a boss lady, but someone who has a lot of grace.
Mm.
So that will be reflected very much in her character when you watch the movie.
Oh,
And I think a lot of people will resonate to it because, it's a tough life. And whenever you're trying to achieve your dreams, it's never easy. So you got to be a go-getter and you got to sacrifice a lot in life to reach where you are. So that's exactly what she portrays. That's how it is. Yeah. And my association with Sir. Well, I've known Sir for the last 7 years, and I'm truly grateful to have this connect with him. And I feel honored that he thought about me when he was, working on the casting for Andaz too. So I feel, in a way, it's a privilege to be relaunched again in this movie. Again, being such a big franchisee like, Andaz. So I'm honored and I'm happy, and I hope I make him proud, you know.
absolutely. No, very lovely, very well said. Um,
Thank you.
what about you, Ayush? I'd love to know about how you came on board because I must say, I think the chemistry that you seem to have with Natasha and with Akaisha looks very amazing. And it's wonderful how you really radiate that confidence and that charm on screen as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll also give a bit of my character brief to you.
Mm.
So the character that I'm playing is a really young, believable boy who's from a middle class family. He has a lots of dreams and aspirations to achieve, and he is a performer. He loves to perform on stage. He's a musician, and I quite related to my character because I myself I am an artist, and even I dream a lot. I have a lot to achieve in life. And it was quite easy for me to get in the skin of the character that way because I quite relate to it. Also, Andaz too is the life journey of this character, Arav.
Mm.
The character's name is Arav. So I met Sunil sir in his office, and when I went there, I couldn't believe that this is real. So
Mm.
for the first time, when I got that call, for the first time, I thought that it is someone pranking me or is it fake or something. Then I went in the office and I saw all the posters and I was like, oh no, man, this is real. And with time, I got to know that yes, it is actually happening.
Oh, how lovely. How lovely. No, it's really good. And I'm glad you both are in it. And of course, Akaisha, coming to you now. I really loved your expressions in Tere Bin Kahin Dil Na Lage. I thought it was very, very stunning. I think you look beautiful. In fact, I was telling Sunil sir as well, it reminded me of Aayega Mazab Barsat Ka, because that was also like, even though that was like more of a very seductive kind of a song, this one was more obviously mellow, it's more romantic, but I love the sort of energy that that song was radiating. But if you could also, like Natasha and Ayush, also disclose a bit about your character as well.
Okay, so my character's name is Alisha, and she's just like me. Like, she has um, how can I say this? Like, you have to watch a movie watch this movie for to know this character. And the second thing is, Sir called me from the office and said that I am making this movie Andaz too. And I thought it's fake. Then I said, I'll come with my mom. I am not coming alone. Then I came to the office and I saw Sir, and then everything is amazing.
Hmm. All right. Very lovely to hear that. Right. So I think like I mentioned also, Andaz has such an iconic legacy. Like even the songs, like I think they what was it, Rabba Ishq Na Hove 2.0 that's in this album has that the main chorus of Kisi Se Tum Pyar Karo from the first Andaz also embedded
Yeah.
into it. But it's such an iconic film. And obviously like it's got Akshay, Lara and Priyanka in the leads, and like I said, big shoes to fill. Uh, I-
Yeah, sure.
Ayush and Natasha, do you feel like there's been a sense of pressure, like, in terms of like living up to that legacy, but yet also finding your individuality as well? How have you dealt with that expectations versus finding your own thing?
Well, there is a certain level of pressure because, when people think about Andaz, they think about Priyanka, Lara, and Akshay Kumar. But what I'd like to really highlight is there's no similarities between the previous movie and the current movie.
Yeah.
It's a whole different love story just for the fact that it's a love triangle between three people. But I mean, it is quite a big. I think the audience has a lot of expectations from us because they've already had an image in their mind when it comes to Andaz. So it's quite challenging, but I really hope that they accept us and they give us place in their hearts because, all three of us, we're underdogs. We're newcomers. We don't come from any filmy background. We don't come from any influential family in this industry. So I think that the audience should have some grace for us and accept us for who we are and wish us the best so that we grow further in our careers.
Hmm. Right. Ayush, I'd love to know your opinion on that as well. Actually, it'd be wonderful to hear from you too.
Actually, when we started the workshops for this movie, that time I can say that, yeah, we were a bit pressurized. But with time, Sunil sir made us so comfortable. And people are doing this comparison from Akshay, Lara, and Priyanka. And now they see us in that avatar, me, Akaisha, Natasha. So we are getting a lot of comments as well that, oh, you cannot match that energy, you cannot do that, and all. People are trying to do that. But I would say that they should accept us as newcomers, and this is our first movie.
Hmm.
This is our first project, and they should understand that, of course, even we are big fans of these stars, okay?
Hmm.
Akshay Kumar, Priyanka Chopra, Lara Datta, they have done such amazing work. I am their big, big fan. And there is a lot of comparison going on online, but there is a lot of appreciation as well. So many people are sending us DMs. They are saying that you are looking really good, you are doing good. So yeah, fingers crossed, people will like it.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. Akaisha, what about you? I mean, obviously, because it's your big moment, right? It's a big moment for you to be part of such a.
Yeah, there's a lot of comparison, but it's a good time. People are accepting newcomers, new faces, and it's a good thing for us. It's a good time for us.
Absolutely. Now, I think what I really like about Andaz too is when I remember when Tere Bin Kahin Dil Na Lage dropped. It kind of brought me back memories of like the Nadeem Shravan era because I know Nadeem sir is giving the music for this. Um, it really brought back that flavor, the 2000s. And I think a lot of us have been waiting for a nice, nice movies which are romantic. I mean, recently Sayara has shown that there is a big, big want for films that are romantic, that are really, that really strike a chord with the audiences. Um, and I feel like in it, given this climate where we're seeing a lot of dark stories emerge, how important is it to have romantic love stories really return back to Hindi cinema, especially given the fact that you've got Andaz 2 also coming up? Natasha?
I think it's mandatory Every genre has its own speciality and its own difference. But something about romance is it's evergreen, and each and every individual on this planet actually witness romance. People fall in love, and people probably win in love, some lose in love. So I think it's really important to remind people what realistic love is, because nowadays a lot of people have a very different kind of an image when it comes to love and romance. So what I think Andas 2 does here is that it capsulates everything in a very positive way,
Mm.
and probably the graph of the story, where when you fall in love, and there are some people who probably win in love, and there's somebody else who sacrifices love for another reason. So I think it's important for people to reconnect to true cinema and witness true romance when it comes to Hindi cinema. And I think that's what Hindi cinema does, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's known for that. It's actually known for,
Yeah.
like you rightly said. I completely agree with you. But I think also, Ayush, what I've always loved about Sunil sir's heroes, that they've often been like very, I love the fact that they embrace their emotional side a lot.
Yeah,
And they're not just the typical Mardhar type of larger than life hero. They're
yeah,
very like kind of common, relatable.
yeah.
At times, like for example, I mean, since you mentioned Arav, like when you say Arav, for me, the first memory that comes to my mind is Bobby Deol in Barsat, in the
Oh, wow.
2005 film, which was also called Arav. Like even in that film as well, like he made mistakes and you kind of like dislike him for it, but then also there's that side to him which is also very like compassionate. So I think for you as a hero, to really and as a like this younger generation of hero, how important was it for you to embrace that emotional side and not just be like, yeah, I'm the hero, you know?
Actually, every day when I used to wake up and I went to the shoot, I was just focused on my dialogues and my lines. So it was quite important to emote and express perfectly so that I can connect with the people. And as I told you that I quite resonate with my character. So it was easy for me and yeah, it all went really well.
Hmm, amazing. And what about you, Akaisha? I'd love to know your thoughts as well and about working on the film and you're sort of playing the hero and like because again your expressions, both of your expressions in the Rabba Ishq Na Hove was very good because it's obviously a passionate Shiddat Bala song. So obviously I'm sure you must have had to bring that Shiddat as well through your character.
I lived in that character. Like it's just like me. I used to read that lines and scripts, and I used to feel like that it's me. It's 100% me.
Hmm.
It was quite easy. I
Hmm.
will- And because of Sunil sir, he made everything so smooth and comfortable for us.
Hmm. And I think
And we were, sorry, you can continue. You were
no,
saying
no, no, no,
something?
go on, please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, all three of us, we were discussing one day that we have never seen somebody who's so patient and he has directed the whole movie. And we were shocked how calm he stayed during the shoot and he was so patient with us. Even if we gave a lot of takes, he never made us feel that we are newcomers and we are shooting for the first time. We learned a lot from him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the brilliance about working with Cersei, since I've been associated with him for quite a long time. I know his work ethic and his working style. And I must say that, he doesn't make you feel out of place. He knows
Never.
what he wants, and he makes sure that he achieves it. And he makes sure that he would elaborate and explain things to us in such a simplistic manner that we as actors could actually merge with his vision and make it possible for him in camera.
Right. No, absolutely. And I
Yeah.
think it takes a lot of confidence as well, huh? It takes a lot of confidence, and it's not easy, by the way, to cast newcomers in a big, like, sort of a well-known film like this also. It
It's
takes,
quite a risk. It's quite a risk because people are not easily accepted in this industry. If
yeah,
you come from a background that's reputed or known, like kids who come from a proper privileged background, like a film family, they're easily accepted. But when it comes for newcomers like Ayush, Akaisha, and me, it's very difficult to make sure that we make our place.
Hmm.
And it's a challenge to receive that acceptance compared to the kids who come from a privileged family. So it is actually struggle at its peak in its own way for us. But yeah, I just hope and look forward this works out positively for the three of us, you know?
Interesting point, actually, because I feel like in today's day and age where social media is of paramount importance, PR is of paramount importance.
Yeah.
And, if you don't have like a machinery behind you that's like trying to push you into a certain direction, you're in a way kind of left to fend for yourself, right? You're kind of having to do your own stuff. And sometimes you make mistakes, sometimes things work, sometimes things don't work. So I think for you as well, as individuals, has it been difficult to kind of like not be part of the PR game and not try to, you know, ape another successful formula just to kind of get seen and stuff? Ayush, have you had to face that?
If I talk about my personal opinion, I will say that I am quite confident that we are going to make a place in this industry because the
Hmm.
script that we have worked on and the characters that we have played and the hard work that we and the whole crew and the whole team has put in, I believe in that. And of course, if we have reached till here, we will do a lot more.
Hmm. Right. What about you, Natasha? I mean, you've been in the industry for like many years now. You've seen it from a very close lens as well.
Yes. See, it is a challenge. It is a challenge as you pave your way through this industry. You come across a lot of people. There are people who promise you big things, but then there are people who mean business. So I think it's all about the right time and the right place and meeting the right people. And as far as my experience goes, I've had a couple of ups and downs, but I think this platform that I've been given by Suneel sir is a really good opportunity for make sure that I reestablish myself in the eyes of the people as an actor, and I feel fortunate for it. But it has been difficult. It has been, Anuj.
Hmm. What helped you during those difficult times, though? It would be nice to know about how you survived that as well?
Um, Firstly, it was really emotionally draining, Anuj. Because acting as a career, you have a project and then you don't have a project and you start from level zero again, right? And you need to ensure that if you're responsible for your family and you have to provide for them, then you need to know that money needs to come in from somewhere.
Hmm.
So since English is my forte as a language, I established a business where I could teach people how to communicate in English, that is business communication. And I also worked with people and trained them for IELTS.
Hmm.
I would always recommend people who are in this industry or any industry, when you know that it fluctuates so much, make sure that you have something that gives you a source of passive income.
Hmm.
My mom has been my backbone. It has been really challenging. I have endured depression. I have endured rejection. I've endured people coming and telling me I'm not capable, I'm not enough to be on the screen. But I think it is just God and my mother who've actually helped me sail through these tough times. You
Hmm.
know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. No, you're right. It is a very unpredictable industry, and I think it's good to have a plan, a sustainable financial plan to really help you survive the hard days. But what about you, Akaisha? I'd love to know your journey till now, as well of getting the film. How has it been for you?
So I started working to support my family, like financially. I was introverted and shy, but I had no plan like I want to be an actress or something like that. But I fell in love with acting, and I don't know how everything just happened, and I end up here.
Hmm. All right. And what about you, Ayush? Actually, it'd be good to know a bit about your journey too, because I would love to know about your how acting came about for you. Because I'm sure everyone has stars in their eyes. They all want to be like they all want to be a hero, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was always a Bollywood kid. I watched almost all, like whenever it was possible, I would go to the nearby theaters. I would watch movies, but I never thought that I will become an actor. I was just a part of the audience. I was quite good in my academics and I scored well. I planned that I'm going to open my business after completing my MBA. But one day my brother told me that he wants to be an actor. And I don't know what happened. It flipped a switch in me and I thought that I will also go to Mumbai with him and I will also become an actor. I left my exam. I was sitting in an exam and I was writing the questions. I knew all the answers. I just stood up and I walked off. I never went back to college after that. I joined theater. I got specially trained for this. And I did theater in Chandigarh, then again in Delhi. From there, I came to Mumbai. And coming to Mumbai wasn't easy at all, even for my family to accept, because if you do not have connections and if you are not from a filmy family,
Hmm.
so how are you going to make it in movies? It was the biggest question, and they were so worried about it. They said that you'll go there, you'll not find anything, then again you'll waste so many years, you'll come back. But I told them that I don't know how, but I will. So eventually I ended up here and things are going quite well.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. But I would love to know actually, who were your inspirations actually when it comes to acting and actors as well? Because, I feel like, having that idol really helps to really motivate you through the hardship, like Natasha, how you described as well. So who would you say are your idols? Natasha, please, if you could go on.
Well, for me, it has always been Aishwarya Rai, Ash,
Mm.
and Deepika Padukone.
Ah,
I think kind of, yeah. I mean, I know they're two contradicting heroines, actresses, but because Ash is all about grace, and Deepika is all about, I mean, she's versatile as an actor.
mm.
But yeah, I've always connected to them and to their work whenever I've watched them on screen. So I really admire them.
Oh, they're both very graceful actually, and they both are very
Mm.
strong, played very strong, like characters also. Actually,
Yes.
very beautiful, lovely, lovely inspirations there. What about you, Ayush? Who were your inspirations?
This is the most difficult question anybody ever asks me, because you have to name some particular people, and I get inspired by all of them. They're all so fine, so good. But as I'm a Delhi boy, Gurgaon boy, I would say Shah Rukh Khan.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course. As soon as anyone mentions Delhi, we just know Shah Rukh Khan sir ka naam aane wala hai in the next.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
Yeah.
Lovely. What about you, Akaisha? Who is your like idol or someone you really look up to?
Alia Bhatt, I love her acting. I love her journey, like the way she worked on her acting and everything. Like she's perfect on camera.
She's very effortless. She's very effortless. She's a very, very good actor. Absolutely. Very good, good, good names actually. I've got a very interesting question actually. So let's just say hypothetically, um, Priyanka, Lara, and Akshay, all three of them, you were basically all three of you were having a conversation with them about your respective characters. What would you say to them? What would be the one thing that you would say to each individual of them? I would love to know that. Natasha, I'd love to know what you would say to them.
I'd kind of ask her from where does she draw the courage or the energy to portray and be like really dominant and bold, yet graceful on screen. So I watched her in Etras, and I think me as an actor, sometimes I think it could be a challenge, but for me to be extremely bold, and aggressive and strong when you're portraying your character. And I really love the way she does her job, and she does justice to any role she plays,
Hmm.
be it in Etras or be it in Barfi. It
Hmm.
was her role was impeccable. It was so believable. I just loved her there. So yeah, that's what I would actually ask her. Where does she draw her courage and her energy to just be out there?
Oh, lovely. What? It's a very, very good question. What about you,
Mhm.
Ayush? If you met Akshay Kumar, AK Ayush
Yeah.
Akshay Kumar, huh? So if you would,
Yeah. What a coincidence, correct?
I know, yeah, and literally नाम भी याद है आपका, like film में. So, what would
I
you?
would
Yeah,
I would ask him that how is he so fit even till now? Does he get all this energy from?
yeah,
Like, how is it possible? That sometimes I get shocked. I was just watching a video a few days back, and he was on stage, and somebody asked him to do pull-ups, and he did 20 pull-ups straight right there, and I was shocked. And what is he now? Look at him,
yeah.
still so young, so fit,
Mm.
right?
True, true, true.
Such
Yeah.
an inspiration, definitely, such an inspiration. And also, I would like to take some tips on comedy timing,
Ah,
comic timing, right?
Kulwan. Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
he is the best. He is the best.
And exactly, रोमांस तो कर लिया लेकिन आगे जाके कॉमेडी भी शायद करनी पड़ी आपको, तो
हाँ.
इट्स गुड कि आगे की सोच रखना बहुत जरूरी होता है. आई एग्री विद दैट. Akaisha, what about you? What would you ask Lara?
I would ask her, like, how is she so beautiful and how is she so confident? And I love her aura and her personality. So I would ask that.
Amazing. Now, for me, Andaz represents so many different themes. The first one, it reminded me of loyalty. It reminded me of friendship. It also reminded me of heartbreak. But also, there's some really important social subjects, like that one in the final. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the original Andaz, right? So in the first,
Yes.
in the last end sequence where Priyanka is literally really addressing the patriarchal views and the sort of misogynistic views of women to women, about why, a girl is behaving a certain way, why is this happening and all that. I think with Andaz, obviously Andaz too, it's a story of today's generation, and I'm sure it's still got those same sentiments of friendship, loyalty, heartbreak, passion, jealousy as well. So what do these themes actually mean to you in today's context of world that we live in, especially given the social media era that we're living in, Natasha?
Um, so I think that our movie, Andaaz 2, highlights a lot of things that probably it could connect to an individual in his day-to-day lives. For instance, how do you manage a relationship, be it with your mother or your parents or your siblings? I think it highlights a small little aspect on that. Probably it would highlight an aspect where a boy is struggling to make his place, and probably there's a little bit of banter and unacceptance between a father and son. So I think that's something too that's highlighted out there. And as you know, it is a love story. Where there's love, there's heartbreak.
Hmm.
So it also talks about being in love. That's an aspect, yes, but it's also the sacrifice of another person to make way for that love to be born. So
Hmm.
I think, but when that happens, how do you handle yourself with grace, with power, with elegance, even though you're going through a lot of disturbance and pain? I think these are things that are highlighted in the movie, and there's something for everyone. That's why it said it's a family drama.
Hmm.
You know, and Andaaz too is a family movie itself. So I think, yeah, I think it highlights a lot of social aspects there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel. Yeah.
Beautifully said. Ayush, would you like to add anything to that?
I think Natasha has covered all the points. She's so
Yeah.
good.
और ये पतली गली से निकल गए. Very good.
I think that's an excuse to just escape.
Ha, very good. No, no, but I think, look, no, absolutely, no, she's definitely
Yeah,
covered.
we're just kidding. Sorry, Anuj. We're just kidding, Ayush.
Yeah, I know, of course, of course.
But no, but I think it's again, it's like, Ayush, again, I think reinforcing my point of what I said earlier, about how the like all of Sunil sir's characters like sort of
Yeah.
embrace that emotional vulnerability and all. This whole, I think, the sense of music artist as well. I think like people have really like related a lot with it. I mean, if you look at like Ranbir in Rockstar, Ahan recently in what do you call it, in Sayara, then you've also
Yeah.
had Aditya Roy Kapoor in Ashiki too. So I feel like musical heroes and heartbreak have really kind of have a very deadly combo in Hindi cinema. So I think for you, what have these themes meant to you personally, about love, romance, and the themes that I mentioned as well earlier to Natasha?
Personally, I would say that, as you mentioned about musical heroes, so after a long time, you'll get to see the proper Bollywood music, and there are 7 songs in this movie.
Hmm.
Uh, and your favorite is Kitni Pyari Si Raat, right?
Mine is Tere Bin Kahin Dil Na Lage, actually.
Tere Bin Kahin Dil Na Lage. Okay.
I'm in love with that song.
My favorite will release tomorrow.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for it.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, and all these emotions that you were talking about, they connect a lot, and yes, people are going to love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Uh, what about you, Akaisha? What would you say to let's just say the people who, like for example, like you said, that there are people who have been skeptical about it. They've maybe, I don't know, trolled or said something horrible on social media, but you've dealt with it with grace and love, right? What would you say to people as a final word for Andaz 2 and why they should go watch it?
I would say this movie is all about emotions and family and relations. So if you are a person who is like a family oriented or emotional person, you should watch this movie.
Absolutely. I think it's important, I think it's nice to see films like this really kind of come back because I feel like I miss that flavor of the 2000s. I really, I think we all have such memories like growing up, like listening to cassettes. Like I still I literally used to have the cassette of Andaz. Like, there's that really famous pose that Priyanka and Lara have where she's like literally leaning back. And like whereas Lara's like holding on to like to Akshay Kumar. I was like, oh my God, like this is like proper childhood memory. So it's really nice to kind of see this flavor of Bollywood really come back. Um, and I know how difficult it is independently to really constantly like be there. But I think more power to all of you for really like being
Yeah.
so persevering and to really kind of do something on your own accord. So well done and congratulations.
Thank you so much for all the wishes. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Anuj. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much for being such lovely, lovely talents to talk to. Honestly, there's honestly, I see a spark in all three of you. And I think definitely the hard work will pay dividends, I'm sure. So
Thank
wishing you all the very best and manifesting the best for Andaz too.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Anuj.
It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Likewise.